Hi everyone, today I'm going to be reviewing Real Housewives of Atlanta Season 8, Episode 5. We starting off with the fight between Porsha and Cynthia. And Porsha, she was like, really Cynthia, we done had issues all these years and you mean to tell me we finna have a falling out over me calling, on this boat for me calling you a bitch? We've been calling each other that all day. Everybody been calling each other that except Kim because she, focus on eating her homemade snacks and, reading her a good book. But like, we've been like doing this all day that at one point, Cynthia gets to kicking Porsha in the stomach, and then some security, I don't know where he came from, he tackles Porsha to the ground. And I'm like, oh my goodness. Meanwhile, Kenya's like, okay, I've been through this situation with Porsha before. I'm going to excuse myself in this situation. She trying to usher Cynthia off and trying to bring Candy along with her. Candy's like, get him off me. I'm finna go see what's wrong with Porsha. She's like, no, it's not safe. She's over there kicking. Candy's like, that girl ain't fit to hit me. She more focused on trying to get to Cynthia right now. And see, this is where I'm going to pause at. I took Kenya trying to get Candy away from Porsha because it wanted to make it seem like, okay, you more concerned about Cynthia because Cynthia's the victim. Porsha, she's the aggressor. This is where I'm taking it because, it's always when somebody gets into it, whoever was there for you, that's who your real friend is. And I'm like, thinking in my head, Kenya's trying to use this as, this is my time to get Candy over here with Cynthia, so it can see like Candy was most concerned about what was going on with Cynthia, but like Candy was like, she know what to deal with. Like, this fight should have never started. It wasn't that big a deal for y'all to get into it. I'm finna see what's wrong with this. Portia's alright because Porsha the one that got tackled to the little chair thing on this boat by this security guard. Cynthia, she up fine walking around. Porsha the one sitting over like this with some man on top of her. She trying to get up. Like, she trying to see what's wrong with her friend. See, that's what I think is happening. I know I'm probably reaching right now, but Kenya, she always has an agenda on things, and you know how these girls are. If something happened, and if the person you thought your friend wasn't there by your side when things cleared up and everything, you're gonna be like, okay, where was you when this was going on? See, I may be wrong, but Kenya, she is that type of person to be trying to like get some stuff started. So we got a very bruised up Porsha at home. Her mama comes over bringing several casserole dishes of food. Like, hey baby, you in pain right now, so I'm fit to feed you this, food, this soul food, heat, soul, body, heart, and soul, all this good stuff. So she's like, Mom, I don't know what happened. I was being very supportive to Cynthia in her situation. We was all having a good time. We was drinking. She's like, once I realized that Cynthia took what I said the wrong way, she's like, I went over there and apologized. And I guess she felt once I apologized, she should have calmed down. But that didn't happen. She all mad and in her feelings. And me personally, I think the anger Cynthia was having towards Peter, she took it out on Porsha. Like, Peter, he be gone for weeks at a time. They ain't talk to each other. He caressing women's throats. He act like ain't no problem with that. He's showing out at events. Like, all this anger is balled up, and she took all her frustration out on Peter and put it on Porsha. And Porsha's like, I don't even know what was the matter. Like, I tried to apologize and tell her, if what I said, you took it the wrong way, and I'm sorry that you took it that way, but that's not the way I meant it. But that didn't happen. Like I said, Cynthia then hauled off and kicked Porsha dead in the stomach. Now, it's the debate on whether Cynthia had on flats or some heels. Either way, getting kicked in the stomach is going to be painful either way. And then on top of that, once Porsha then got, tackled by the security, she get tackled by security onto a chair. So she falls. She done bruised her leg, her arm. She got this bruise in her stomach from when Cynthia kicked her. She all kind of bruised up. But right now, she's like, you know what? I ain't unless Cynthia apologizes, like, I'm done. I'm through with her because this shouldn't have went that far. There is no way in the world that we should have been fighting off of something so petty like that. So, on the boat after this whole little situation happened, Cynthia, she calls Peter up because this is the first person she thought to call, even though she can't stand him right now. This is her husband. She needs some support from him. So he didn't come home, which is, I guess good for Peter. Like, hey, I'm trying to show that I'm trying to save my marriage. I didn't come home or call her or text or receive any other calls, but when she in a fight, I'm going to come home. And she looking for support for him, like, babe, I should have handled things totally different, and I feel bad that I didn't hauled off and kick, Porsha and stuff. And he's like, you should feel bad. You can hurt somebody. She's like, why are you saying that? So he's like, you kicked somebody in the stomach, so yes, you didn't hurt somebody. You know, I'm not gonna sugarcoat this. I know you kind of upset right now, and you feel bad what you did. What you should feel bad because you didn't kick this girl. I guess she thought Peter was gonna be like, well, you was defending yourself on this situation, and you had to do what you had to do. But he's like, no, yes, you hurt this girl because you kicked her. It's plain and simple. You didn't kick this girl. I wish it hadn't happened, but you gotta take responsibility. He didn't say this, but I'm paraphrasing. He's basically, you kicked this girl. You hurt this girl. Kicking hurts somebody. You may not wanted to or intended to hurt this person, but when you kick somebody, that's what you do. You hurt them. But Cynthia's like, well, dang, I didn't call this man here. I thought I'm gonna get some emotional support because I feel bad. And he's making me feel bad for what I did. Like, yeah, you should feel bad. Like, y'all was doing a little, what's it called, T-Rex move when y'all do this, and y'all was like cats fighting each other. But once you didn't haul it off and brought a foot into it to start kicking, that's when it went too far. Todd, I'm gonna need you not to be taking phone calls while you are at the doctor's appointment with your pregnant wife. So Candy and Todd, they go to see Dr. Jackie, get her checkup done and everything, because Candy, she had to go see a specialist and Dr. Jackie because she has fibroids. She's high risk. Dr. Jackie, trying to check the heartbeat, and it's taking her a minute. Todd takes this time out to, hey, I get a phone call. Let me accept this phone call. No, this is what you not do, because your pregnancy is already high risk because she has fibroids. She's up in age, so this is a high risk pregnancy. This is what we do. We wait to after the doctor's appointment is over when we accept phone calls. It's crazy, like, I know this too. I'm sitting here with my belly all exposed for the world to see, and this food and went off and took a phone call. We will not do this. But Todd, this is the first time you there with the whole pregnancy with your new baby. I'm going to need you not to do this. You stay there, you just ignore your phone call and wait till the appointment is over. So Dr. Jackson's like, okay, let me get the ultrasound out and, check the baby. But I'm like, okay, this should be, you should notice that you don't leave your pregnant wife in the doctor's office to take an appointment, to take a phone call. You wait. Maybe that's just me. I think you should innately notice, but apparently Ty doesn't. So next time y'all go to the doctor, wait till after the appointment's over for you to check your phone. How about that? So Kenya's auntie Lori says, hey Kenya, you need to get all these girls together, including Porsha, to sit down and to discuss what happened. I thought that if anything was going to get resolved, it should have been just Porsha and Cynthia getting together and talking, but hey, this is what they're gonna do. But before they get together, Kenya decides, I guess I need to talk to Porsha by myself for whatever reason, and this is the reason I think she did that, because she wanted to get into Porsha's head and get Porsha all, not so much, hyped up about the situation, and then go back and relay what happened and make it, paint Porsha in a bad light. But Porsha was sitting there and Kenya was like, I know how Cynthia feels to get attacked by you. Now, she's talking about, I think it was like season 6 when Porsha used her as a broom and swept her across the floor. We're forgetting that Porsha just didn't out of nowhere just, okay, I'm going to attack Kenya just because I feel like it. The clock struck 9, so hey, I'm going to attack Kenya. It didn't work like that. Kenya had been provoking Porsha that whole evening during the reunion. She had that bullhorn, using it and shouting at Porsha. She had a wand. Why? I don't know anybody over the age of 10 who needs a wand. But she had that wand doing all this, or scepter, or whatever the heck that thing was, pointed at Porsha. And after being provoked for, I'm pretty sure it had been hours on end, because I know these reunion specials, they ain't just an hour like they show us. I know they probably up there for quite a while. And after a while, Porsha's like, you know what, you're not going to be using this bullhorn yelling at me. You will not use this wand or scepter or whatever it is. You will not be waving at me. And that's when she snapped. So, Kenya, you are known for provoking people and then sitting back and playing victim when people react. But Portia's like, you know what, Kenya, I don't think you're being genuine. I don't trust you. And the reason why I don't trust you is because the way you're talking to me, this isn't coming from a friend's place. This is coming from a place of you trying to get me to get out of character, to make it seem like I'm in the wrong. But Kenya's like, oh my goodness, I can't believe you would feel that way. But this is what you do, Kenya. This is the type of person you are. And when Portia's like, you know what? I'm just gonna leave right now because we're not gonna resolve anything. King's like, okay, no, just sit down, cause she's still trying to get in Portia's head. But Portia's like, you know what? I'm not gonna let her get in my head. You may think I'm aggressive, but I wasn't being the aggressor. When that went down, I tried to apologize to Porsha. It all started off when you tried to, throw my friend off the boat. She's like, well, see, you're not taking responsibility for what you're doing with Kenya. You don't take responsibility for what you do. You always doing stuff. You always throwing shade at somebody. And then she's like, you came to my event and you was doing that and you was acting all kind of wrong. Like, Kenya, you always going to somebody's event and acting crazy. Did we not forget how you was at, what's her name, Cynthia's event, and you went and doggone attacked her husband? Did we not forget that? Okay, I'm going to need you to remember that. So it's time for this little luncheon, and soon as Porsha and Cynthia get there, Porsha's like, hey Cynthia, I think we should talk amongst ourselves, which I thought should happen in the first place. I don't know why we need the whole peanut gallery there for something that had nothing to do with them. So Porsha's like, Cynthia, it was not in my intention to offend you. If you took it the wrong way, I'm sorry that you took it that way. This never should have happened. Cynthia's like, I'm sorry for kicking you. I was in my feelings. That shouldn't happen. While they over there being defenses, Kenya, she's over here trying to get the drama start. She's trying to keep the drama rolling. Like I said, the reason why she went to go see Porsha is because she wanted to dig information from Porsha to bring it back to ladies, so they can keep, like I said, keep the drama going. She's over here talking about some. Yeah, I had a conversation with Porsha, and I feel that Porsha is not taking responsibilities for her action. She does things and not take responsibility for it. But Candy was like, this is what you're not going to do. You always doing something, pointing out what somebody else does, and you never look at how you do things. And Candy was like, we weren't talking about how I, throw stones and hide my hand. We're not talking about that. We're talking about Porsha right now. And like Candy was like, you always doing something like that. So now, this is why I think that Kenya wanted to have this luncheon, because it was going to be a jump on Porsha thing. But Porsha, I guess she already foreseen that Kenya was going to try to do some shady mess like that. So she's like, okay, me and Cynthia, we're going to talk and get this together. I don't know what Kenya has up her sleeves, but this not going to work right now. So they didn't come back. They didn't mend fences and everything. But Kenya's looking like, my plan to make Cynthia not like Porsha anymore didn't go as like I planned. Now, this is me thinking what Kenya's thinking, because she does things. She's always trying to keep drama going and keep people mad at each other. Like earlier when on the boat, when Candy was trying to see if Porsha was all right, she was almost dragging Candy off. Like Candy's like, get off me! I'm finna go see what's wrong with Porsha. Porsha's not fit to fight me. She not mad at me. She not gonna hit me. I'm pregnant, but she trying oh, you're pregnant. She's gonna attack you. So. Yeah, that was the gist of went on. If I left anything out, by all means, leave a comment or video response. And like always, I want to thank my subscribers and the people who watch my videos. I want you to like this video, comment, and subscribe. And share this video with your friends on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and here on YouTube. This is Lady T signing off. Have a good one.